We're about to check off a bucket list trip, sailing across the Pacific Ocean in a suite on a newer Royal Caribbean ship, and we're paying just $264 a night for both of us. That's luxury cruising with meals, entertainment, and even our transportation home included. The trick? A Transpacific repositioning cruise, one of the best kept secrets in travel. In this video, we'll show you how to find these hidden gems, save thousands, and reveal the top deals for 2025 through 2027 that you can still book today.
Hey, I'm Mark.
And I'm Monica.
And we've been traveling the world for almost 3 years, and we use repositioning cruises quite a bit in our travels, and we really want to share with you this opportunity and these amazing deals that are possible with this strategy. In fact, just to give you a sneak peek of what could be the deals of a lifetime that we're going to be sharing in this video, let me share one of them with you right now. It's an 18-night adventure, Los Angeles to Tokyo. It spans about 2 weeks of travel. And check this out. You can literally book this cruise now for a balcony cabin for under $100 per person per day. And it even has multiple stops once you get to Japan, where at that point you have all of Asia at your doorstep. But first, some more details on how to take advantage of these incredible offers, and then we've got a whole bunch of amazing deals to share with you throughout the video. Transpacific repositioning cruises. These are one-way voyages, and they almost always go from the US or Canada, and they'll end up in Asia. Now, sometimes you may also end up in Hawaii, and you can even extend it all the way to Australia or New Zealand at times. But the most common is to go from the US or Canada to Asia, and as you would expect, you can also do it back. Now, those are done at 2 different times per year. Typically, it's not going to be a round trip. You're going to do it one way and then fly back. These are also extended journeys. Normally, the shortest we see is about 13, 14 days, and some can go 20 days or more. The beauty of these is that they're really budget friendly, from contemporary cruise lines to luxury cruise lines.
Why do a Transpacific? There are 4 key advantages. Ultimate relaxation. You're going to have a
lot of sea days.
You got to be comfortable with that. We've gotten very comfortable with sea days, and there's so much to do on board. A lot of that can be resting, unwinding, recharging, also working for us. Unique itineraries. Sometimes you start in Alaska, sometimes you hit Hawaii on the way, or maybe if you're going to Australia, you may even hit parts of South Pacific. Incredible value, as Mark mentioned. It is among the best value in the cruise world. We've had people ask us, when you do a repositioning cruise, is it just like a real cruise? Do you get the same service? Yes, it's exactly like a normal cruise.
You'll have all the restaurants open, all the activities, all the entertainment. This means a lot of sea days. You need to be comfortable with not 2 or 3 sea days. You could have 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 sea days in a row. So that comes down to picking the right ship for yourself, and hopefully you're somebody who's not in a rush and you can keep yourself busy. Now, there are some things to know when it comes to booking the best deals, but we're about to share with you some amazing deals. Typically in the spring, you're going to be going from Asia back to the US. Maybe you do cherry blossom season in Japan, or you fly to Asia and do anything in Singapore, or Vietnam, or Thailand. Then use this to get yourself back from Asia to the US. In the fall, flip it around. It's going to be from the US to Asia. In fact, we're in Tokyo right now, and we're going to be getting on in just a couple days. We're going to be going from Asia back to the US. Now, timing is everything. My main advice there is just book early. You're going to have the best access to the deals, the best access to cabins, and if pricing happens to go down before final payment, adjustments can always be made. So booking early is always really smart. One thing you definitely have to do is master sea days. Everybody's a little different. If you've been on cruises and you don't like sea days, these are not the cruises for you.
Sea days always seem like you have all this time. Maybe you sleep late, get up, have breakfast, work a little, or go to the spa, and then it's lunchtime. In the afternoon, maybe you get together for a drink with some friends if they're on board with you, or just go have a drink somewhere, and then it's dinner time. You always have less time than you think.
Besides having great deals on the actual cruise, there are ways to save money once you're on board. That's important because a lot of times you can have this amazing deal on the cruise, and then lo and behold, you'll spend twice as much on board. So what I like about it is because you're not hitting that many ports. Number one is your tours, your short excursions are probably going to be fairly minimal overall. And a lot of places you go, you can self-guide. Number 2, you may want to consider a beverage package. If you have loyalty or status, a lot of times you may be able to get the drinks included. Just depends on the cruise line. But look for sales. There's always sales on these, in particular because they know the cruise lines are going to be a lot of sea days. So they're going to be offering you some discounts, trust me, once you book. The same goes for Wi-Fi. look for the discounts. I typically suggest that you just book those early because the discounts are usually large. And there's a lot of great packages too. Princess has their Princess Plus package, their Premier package, Celebrity has them. So there's a lot of different ways that you can save. The decisions you want to make, of course, is choosing your direction. Do you want to go westbound, which would be US to Asia? What a great way to adjust to a huge time zone change. It's really incremental, so you really don't feel it at all, which is really nice. So it's a great way to get over jet lag. By the way, if you want deals like we're about to share with all of you and many others, did you know that we offer free quotes? We can work with you personally. All your questions can be answered. We can actually extend to you special perks, amenities, upgrades, onboard credits. If you want us to give you a quote and help you out on any of the deals we're about to share or anything else that you're thinking of with ocean or river cruising, just go to the link on the screen and one of us will personally help you plan your next great adventure. Let's start with the Ovation of the Seas. We're getting on this exact same ship here in a couple days, Royal Caribbean. This is a 15-nighter. This is going to sail out in the fall. So September 23rd, gets to Tokyo on October 8th. Only 2 stops. You actually even get an overnight in Sapporo, which is a place I don't think we've ever been. So you get to hit one of those really nice places. And look at the amazing deal here. Folks, that's $183 per day for 2 people in the cabin. And a solo deal, even if you're a solo traveler, from about $180 per day. Under $200 per day. And like we mentioned, it's going to cover your transportation, basically your hotel room, all of your food, your entertainment. That's a pretty amazing deal. The only extras you really have to have is if you decide to get Wi-Fi, specialty restaurants, and of course gratuities and any short excursions. But you can spend 0 additional or more. That's up to you, but really a spectacular deal. By the way, be sure to subscribe to the channel because we're going to be sharing our personal review of our Transpacific sailing coming up here on the Ovation of the Seas that we're boarding in 2 days.
Here's the Discovery Princess. This one departs from Seattle and goes to Tokyo. And it is in the fall of 2025, later this year. Look at these Alaskan ports that you start with. After Seattle, you go to Ketchikan, Juneau, Hubbard Glacier, Anchorage. That's an Alaskan cruise. And then you go on to Tokyo.
Yeah, I love this one because it's like a 2-for-1. Monica said, you're going to get that Trans-Pacific, but you also get yourself to Japan. And the weather at that time, mid-October, usually really nice. So you've missed the summer, which is very hot in Japan. And again, you can launch off from Tokyo anywhere throughout Asia. Not a problem at all. Balcony from $200 per day, double occupancy. And you can even jump up to a mini suite for just $233 a day at the time that we're recording this. Princess has their Princess Plus package. We have a video all about those packages to get all-inclusive cruising. It's really worth it. It's a great deal because you can get gratuities, you can get Wi-Fi, you get some specialty restaurants. So definitely check into that. Add that onto your booking for sure. Next one up, if you like Holland America, this one also happens to leave in September out of Seattle. It's nice because you get an Alaskan port of call, you get a couple port of calls in Japan, and then you end up in Tokyo. Look at this amazing deal if you'd like to be on Holland America. Balcony, $263 per day. Jump up to a suite, still under $400 per day. And my solo people out there, starting from just $227 per day. Now, maybe you're somebody who wants to try luxury cruising with a line like Viking, who is pretty amazing. So you can actually get yourself onto the Viking Orion, which we've been on twice. Really nice ship. Check this one out. 22 nights. Now, I know it's a lot of days, so you got to have time on your side. But you're going to leave out of Vancouver. You'll be in Tokyo by early October. Just like the other cruise we shared before, you're going to get an entire Alaskan cruise first on a ship that only has a little bit under 1,000 passengers. Beautiful ships, by the way. This is premium pricing, so it is more, but a balcony for 2 people, $670 per day, and it's pretty close to being all-inclusive, which is really nice. And solo travelers, you can get on for a bit less. But what I think is really special about this is typically Viking is going to be in that average close to $1,000 per cabin per day for double occupancy. So this is a chance to be on a premium cruise line, but get it for a substantial discount.
Let's look again at Ovation of the Seas. Royal Caribbean going eastbound next spring. This one leaves out of Tokyo and goes to Vancouver. Hits a few Japanese ports on the way to Vancouver. Hakodate, Sapporo, and Aomori, which is a great place. It's where the Fuji apple comes from.
This one's only about 15 days too, so you get there a little bit quicker, but you still had 3 stops, which I think is really nice about this. Balcony, just $208 per day. These deals are spectacular. By the way, Junior Suite, I know it's more, it's $580 per day, but if you're somebody chasing status on Royal Caribbean, this could be a great way to do it, because not only you get the Junior Suite, this is what we're doing this time, you get twice the nightly crown, you get twice the points basically, so 15 days times 2, it's like being on a normal Royal Caribbean for 30 days. You're going to jump way up in status by doing this. You get some additional perks as well. So think about that. And hey, if you want to do it super low cost, you can even do inside and ocean view for a little under $100 per person per day. This one's on the Coral Princess, also spring 2026. It's a 22-nighter, Tokyo to Vancouver. You get Japanese ports. You get an amazing Alaskan adventure, glaciers, and you end up in Vancouver. What an amazing place to be. And if you want to do another Alaskan cruise once you're there, you can do that or explore or return home. Balcony under $500 per day. Inside cabins, a little bit over $300 per day. 3 different cruises in one, a Transpacific, a Japanese cruise, and an Alaskan cruise.
That is a fantastic cruise. Now we have Holland America, the Westerdam. This one is in April 2026. Leaves out of Tokyo, hits at Port Kushiro, and then goes to Alaska, where you'll see Kodiak, Sitka, and Ketchikan before ending in Vancouver.
Another amazing deal on Holland America, $325 per day for a balcony, a suite still staying under $500, and solo travelers under $300 per day. Holland America also have a inclusive package as well that you'll definitely want to check out. It's a really great offer, just like Princess. By the way, we can work with you personally to set up your next big cruising adventure. We do some pretty special things for you, adding some additional perks, amenities, and upgrades. And hey, we'd love to work with you one-on-one. How about doing a crossing on a luxury cruise line, Silver Sea? Now, Silver Sea, it's going to always be expensive. This is a luxury cruise line, much fewer passengers on board, 5-star across the way. You can do this in the spring from Tokyo, ending up back in Alaska. You get a Japanese sailing, you get a Transpacific, you get an Alaskan sailing, and the pricing at about $887 per day is actually a pretty spectacular deal for Silver Sea because it's virtually all inclusive. And many times these can run $1,200 to $1,500 per night. So again, this is 5-star premium luxury sailing. This can be a really great way to get yourself onto one of these top tier lines. Silver Sea is part of the Royal Caribbean celebrity family. So you can even status match if you have status on Royal Caribbean or celebrity that will match onto Silver Sea.
Switching now to fall of 2026, we have Royal Princess from Princess Cruises going from Seattle to Tokyo. It's 14 nights and you get a variety of ports in Alaska like Juneau, Hubbard Glacier, College Fjord, and Whittier, which is Anchorage. Balcony starting price $272 per day for 2 people, and then even a mini suite for $327.
Speaking of Princess, let's do another one. Now, this gets interesting because this one adds, for the first time, we're showing one that goes to Hawaii. So you get that LA departure, again, because we're going in the fall. Remember, fall is from US or Canada back into Asia. But this one will take you down to the Hawaiian Islands. So imagine Hawaii, Maui, Hilo, Kona, Honolulu, Kauai, amazing. And then end up in Tokyo a little bit later in December. It's going to be a little chilly in Tokyo in December. Just be ready for that. But we've gone in the winter and had an amazing time. Balcony $304 per day, mini suite $464 from inside cabins from about $210 per day. And even our solo travelers under $300 per day. So some really compelling deals here, as you can see, and get yourself a Hawaiian cruise as well. Or do luxury on Viking, again, the Orion, which you mentioned, we remember from earlier. In this case, a 22-night journey. Start in Vancouver, end up in Tokyo, and you get multiple ports, pricing-wise, under $700 W occupancy per day for a balcony, and solo sailors under $600 per day. So again, on Viking, typically $1,000 or more. Some really nice discounts, especially over that number of nights.
Let's look at 2027. Those are all starting to come out in the spring. A lot of them have been released already. Here's one, April 2027. It goes out of Tokyo to Alaska, hitting several different places, and then ending in beautiful Vancouver.
In May, of all time, it's a beautiful time to be there. Balcony, about $425 per day. Oceania, one of our favorite cruise lines in the luxury segment. Riviera is a ship that we've been on before. This one is spring 2027, Tokyo to Vancouver, under $800 per day for double occupancy. This is virtually all inclusive and a lot of 5-star experiences on board, which is really nice when it comes to this type of sailing. You also get a Japan cruise and an Alaskan cruise at the same time. So check out Oceania as well. We had a great time on a Riviera cruise. Speaking of another boutique type of ship, the Azamara Quest. We've been on 3 of their ships this spring, 17 nights from Tokyo back to Vancouver, less than 700 people, by the way, and pretty reasonable when you think about it. A balcony, about $629 per day. If you are willing to do an inside or an ocean view, you can get down to under $500 per day. This is definitely a premium cruise line and a really nice small ship experience.
And Azamara also includes gratuities.
All right, so I wanted to share a couple that are a little bit different, not your standard Transpacifics. So let's start with the Anthem of the Seas, a ship that we've been on. Really nice. It's got a lot to offer, so you'll be super busy on the ship. This goes from Vancouver to Honolulu. So you'll finish in Hawaii. So you can go ahead and be in the fall in Hawaii and then decide to do what you want to do from there. Have a Hawaiian vacation. You end up in Honolulu, you stop in Kauai, and again, under $400 per day, and a really nice deal for the solo travelers out there. Speaking of interesting sailings, how about this one?
Yes, one of our favorite lines is Virgin Voyages, and this is their brand new ship, the Brilliant Lady. She'll be out in September. This one goes from LA to Vancouver in May of 2026 and has a few different stops in the area: Catalina Island, San Francisco, Astoria, and Victoria in Canada. Beautiful.
Deals under $500 per day. Virgin is virtually all inclusive too. Your gratuities, specialty restaurants, basic Wi-Fi. That price pretty much covers you. There's not that much more you need to add on. And they really do a great job for solo travelers. They're one of the best for solo travelers. So let's talk about those kind of unique repositioning cruises. So let's reverse the direction on the Brilliant Lady. Instead, we're going to go from Vancouver to LA. We're going to have some really cool ports. We're also going to hit Santa Barbara and San Diego, which I think is really nice. So that's a great cruise. $438 per day. And like we mentioned, virtually all inclusive, and solo travelers, this may be one to really consider. The Royal Princess has something where you can start in Hawaii and end up in Vancouver. This one is in spring of 2027. So again, just trying to get you thinking of other types of repositioning cruises that can still be pretty amazing deals, under $250 for a balcony. By the way, go ahead and leave a comment down below. We're really curious. Have you ever taken a Trans-Pacific cruise, a transatlantic cruise? Would you consider one of these? Too many sea days? Let us know.
Also, we just passed 10,000 subscribers on our channel, and we're so excited. It's all thanks to you guys, but we want more of you. If you liked this video, we'd appreciate it if you liked it and subscribe to our channel. Then we'll bring out more great content for you.
And check out the video on the screen right now. We're going to share with you some of their best deals on transatlantic sailings in case you want to go the other direction, get yourself to Europe or back. And so with that,
we'll see you out there.
See you out there.